Hey, if you want to discover the two highest paying skill sets for you to master in order to make more sales and ultimately make more money with your business, stick around and watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you a simple lesson I shared with a student that uncovers the two highest paying skill sets that make the most money. As always, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've now done nearly $40 million in total sales online. And if you get value out of today's video, please let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway is. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button below. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. All right, so what I want to talk about here today is a lesson that I shared with a student very recently when it comes to the activities to focus on in order to go ahead and make more money. All right, now, one of the traps that so many people, myself included, kind of get stuck in when you first come online is that there are a million and one different options for you to go ahead and do on a daily basis, right? There's different business models, there's different, trainers within those different business models. Every single trainer has a slightly different approach for how they actually train on that model. There's 100 different models, and so it can become something that is just hyper confusing, right? So first and foremost, before we even get into the skill sets that you can learn that really kind of overlap and can benefit you no matter what industry or business model you're specifically in, the first lesson is that if you want to start making progress, no matter what the business model, you have to narrow your focus and you have to choose one specific path. All right. One of the mistakes I see so many people make is just the simple fact that they get involved with 15 different things at once, expecting one of them to hopefully work, not understanding that the thing that will make the thing work is you. All right. So if you're going in 15 different directions, 3 miles per hour, you're going to get nowhere fast. Where if you're going in one direction, 100 miles per hour, that's the way to ultimately get to your goals faster. So firstly, understand that you have to cut out all the noise, focus on, once again, one path, choose the one path based on your strengths. I highly recommend checking out the Wealth Dynamics profile to kind of dial in what your specific strengths are as an entrepreneur so you can go ahead and play to your strengths. And then from there, once again, focus on that one path until you are successful. So that's the first thing. Now, once you go ahead and choose a path, you have to understand that within every single business and every single business model, there are going to be a bunch of different activities, some activities which produce higher yield. All right, this comes down to Pareto's principle, the 80-20 principle, that essentially states 20% of your activities will drive 80% of your results. And then even 20% inside the 20% will drive 96% of your results. So really, 4% of the things you do within your business will drive 96% of the overall results, revenue, profit, bottom line, take home money in your bank account will be driven by 4%, right? So it obviously, brings up the question of, well, what the hell are those 4% of things for me to focus on? And what I find is usually what people do is they do literally everything but the 4%. They try to make their website look just a little bit more pretty. They try to make their social media just a little bit better looking, even though nobody ever sees their social media pages because they don't have a following, they don't have a sales process, they don't have, everything dialed in that could actually get them a following. And therefore, once again, they end up spending so much time, effort, energy, and even money on all of the wrong activities, which lead to a feeling of analysis paralysis, lead to a feeling of taking a lot of action, but not ever actually getting results, and usually lead to a feeling of, this doesn't actually work, I got scammed, this model doesn't work, this system doesn't work, whatever it might be, where in reality, you are focusing on the wrong things. All right. And so from a very, very high level, what I like to tell my students is, look, if you want to make money now and you want to make money later, what you have to do is you have to focus, very simply, this is going to be an oversimplified version of it, but you have to focus on the things that generate you money right now and generate you money later. All right. Now, getting more, nuanced than that. What I look at every single day is, and at this point I have the skill sets, and I'll talk about the skill sets in just a minute. But I look at a specific action that I can take to drive a sale today, right? That might be writing out an email to my list of hundreds of thousands of people to mail that list and have leverage in doing so I can make sales today, while at the same time finding the emails that have worked best in the past, setting them up in an automated follow-up sequence that works for me, whether or not I'm sitting there writing or not. All right, so that's one example of, now that I kind of have the skill sets, applying Pareto's principle, applying leverage within my business, and focusing on the activity and the activities in the short term and in an automated fashion that generate results long term. All right, now if you are brand new and you still need to learn the skill sets, the 2 highest impact skills, and these skills can literally get you to $100,000 a month take home profit in your business if you just learn these 2 skill sets, are firstly the skill set of lead generation, and secondly, the skill set of closing high ticket sales. All right, when I say closing high ticket sales, I mean closing cold leads into a high ticket package. All right, so really look, if you look at any business out there, right, and this works for 2 reasons. Firstly, if you want to start your own business in today's marketplace, there's a couple things I can guarantee, right? You're going to need leads, absolutely. And in today's environment, you're going to need a high ticket back-end product. Now, the way you get to that high ticket back-end product, you might have, a low ticket entry product, upsells, you might have a full product line, you might go directly to high ticket. Everyone kind of debates what's right or wrong there, but you're going to have a high ticket product. And so you have to know, A, how to generate leads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, email marketing, organic, I would say, in the paid aspect, which is going to give you the most leverage. And then secondly, you're going to have to know how to close those people into the back-end programs that you go ahead and create. Now, what I'll also say is that, look, on top of these 2 skill sets being used in the context of you starting your own business, which is of course awesome if that's what you want to do. What's also really awesome about these skill sets is once you learn how to do this, all right, once you learn how to drive Facebook ads and generate leads on demand, once you learn how to place a YouTube ad, and tomorrow you have 100 leads coming through, you have appointments booked, you have front-end buyers coming through, if you have a front-end funnel, you have a result that is quantifiable that you can show someone, you can then go one of 2 ways, all right? You can find businesses, business owners, like myself as an example, and I've done this with people in the past and still do to this day. You can find business owners like myself, you can go to them and you can say, hey, look, I'm gonna drive leads to your business. I want this much a month, and I also want 20% of the profit from all of the leads that I generate. And I've actually done that exact deal with media buyers before, and I've paid those media buyers very well just for generating leads for the business. Now, with that circumstance, all of the product creation, all the product fulfillment, all of the back-end stuff, all the work when it comes to closing the sales, the systems, the automations, everything, that is all set up by myself, all right, the business owner. All this person does is comes in, generates leads, and gets almost, an equity, a percentage of the profit in the actual company, all right? Now, the same holds true for high ticket sales. My entire sales team is completely and totally, sales commission oriented, and they're all on commission only bases. And if you look at the overall model, we do all of the work, and the media buyers that we hire as a company, we do all of the work in generating the leads. We build the funnels. We write the email follow-up campaigns. We send out the daily broadcasts. We write the video sales letters. We create everything in between. We shoot the videos. I do the content that brings people in. We do all the work. And again, they do close sales, so I don't want to undermine what they do. But we do the work in generating the leads, like I just talked about. Then from there, we hand them a lead. They close a sale. They get, a nice cut of that sale. They don't have any risk putting their own money on the line when it comes to advertising. Again, they don't need to worry about doing all the hard work that goes into actually generating the leads. They don't need to worry about any of the fulfillment. They just close the sales. And from there, their job is done and they move on. All right. And so the big point that I want to drive home here when it comes to these 2 activities is no matter what the level of experience, no matter what the context or environment that you're going to apply them, these 2 skill sets absolutely will do wonders for you long term. All right, so prioritize whether or not you're brand new or whether or not you're already at 6 figures looking to get to 7, whether or not you want to start your own business or whether or not you want to start someone or, work for someone else, but make a lot of money working for someone else as a, super valuable team member. No matter what your goals, learning the skill sets of lead generation, once again, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads, email marketing, whatever it might be, organic. I would, focus more on paid just because it's leverage. I have a bias there, but at the same time, it is more leveraged. And then secondly, the skill set of closing high ticket sales, understanding how to have a conversation where you have discovery, where you introduce a mechanism, where you kind of feel out what the objections are, where you can isolate an objection, then double isolate the objection, then overcome the objection. Once again, it's a vast, skill set to learn, but once you learn those skill sets, you can literally write your own ticket. You can write your own paycheck. If you want to make 10 grand a month, working an hour a day, you can do that. If you want to make 100 grand a month, working more, you can do that. Learn these skill sets, master the skill sets, and long-term, they absolutely pay dividends. With that said, I hope you got a ton of value out of today's video. If you did, please let me know in the comment section below, as always, what your biggest takeaway was. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and give this video a quick thumbs up if you got value out of this episode. Till next time, over and out.